Eh?
Oh man, that's really got you good. No worries, just hang in there for a second.
Oh, well, thank you.
There.
Thank you. Oh. Oh, actually,
Good
legitimately,
news.
thank you.
Your armor kept you mostly in one piece. So, quick update. This isn't a simulation. We're really on a ginormous spaceship.
Oh.
And the ship's being taken over by...
Now what are you two little gnats up to? This is to be mine.
Okay, time to get away from all these tentacles and prying eyes. This might feel a bit weird.
Well, you know what? I've been on the arcs. Everything's been a little bit weird. Let's face it.
Alrighty then. So, how do the humans put it? I've got some good news and some bad news.
You were once a human.
On the positive side, this colony ship is still operational. Rockwell hasn't completely taken over its control systems yet. The bad news is he's diligently working on doing just that.
Oh.
We need to head to the nearest uplink pad and interface with the ship's various subsystems. Through a virtualized representation of those control systems, we can challenge Rockwell's efforts. If we're able to do that to enough of the subsystems, then we might weaken him enough to confront Rockwell himself, or whatever's left of him, on the ship's main bridge. Yeah. It's a long shot, but if anyone can pull it off, it's you, Survivor. Well, let's get to it then, shall we?
Okay then. What's going on, everybody? It's Lucky Finn Gaming here, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved, where today... Oh, I got an award. Veteran Paleontologist. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, and Expert Explorer. Awesome. I'm pretty sure I already got these, but okay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, all that aside, welcome to Ark Survival Evolved, where today I'm taking my very first look at Genesis Part 2. This is literally like, I wasn't even going to record that first little cutscene. I didn't even play Genesis, honestly. I saw the reviews on it. They weren't fantastic, so I decided not to buy the DLC. And I see that I have some weight. Is there something on me? Oh no, it's just this armor they gave me. Oh, what is this armor? Oh, this isn't a skin. This is actually legitimate armor. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop this here. Okay. Anyway, though, I didn't buy... Oh, there's some horses. That horse looks kind of fancy. Sorry, guys. This is also legitimately my first... R equus. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. This is legitimately my first look at this map. This is like it for me. Oh my gosh, I saw one of these in the advertisements. It's a giant platypus, and I want one. What are you called? A mewing. Huh. Okay. Well. Alrighty then. That horse is still freaking out. Nice to see. Alright, I'm going to briefly turn on creative mode. There we go. Okay. Gave me 2 blink rifles. Okay, well, I'm going to have this in case any bad things come. But alright. Let's continue our look around. This is kind of like an Ark. I understand this is supposed to be some kind of spaceship. Or at least that's the hint that I got at this... when it was first introduced. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is on PS4. I don't actually have this game on PC. Oh, there's a river. So things might look a little rocky. If you don't mind holding on just real quick, I'm just gonna pop myself in a spyglass. I'm gonna go ahead and put that bad boy on my O slot, as I always do. Looks like we got some Hesperornis. And this is just the starting area. So this is, God, this map is actually really pretty. I know I have the ability to fly, but I'm going to try... Oh, oh, this thing... Oh, my... The jetpack flies. Oh, this is a whole tech suit. Is it? Hold on. Okay, but I don't have any fuel, so that's actually kind of interesting. Okay, then. It seems to operate like a tech suit. Let's see here. What do we got down there? Oh, there's another Hesperornis. Wow, this place is beautiful. As I was saying a minute ago, though, I know I have the ability to fly, and especially even with this jetpack now. But I'm going to try not to. I'm trying not to. I might actually take this jetpack off so that if I need to go into GCM flight, I can. Oh, what is that? Oh my gosh, I keep getting sidetracked, guys. Like I said, this is literally my first look. Oh, there's a tech parasaur. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a Let's Play. At some point, I want to do a Let's Play of, like, all of the arcs in order, starting from the island. I was honestly just waiting until they released Genesis Part 2 here, so that way I could just play the whole series in one long go. I'd have to delete my old worlds, because back in the day, I used to do that. I used to play, like, before I actually went online. Okay, yeah, this jetpack has got to go. This is kind of annoying me. Okay. Back in the day, I used to play on the world before I even went online. I would play on my private world, and I just I tried to do everything before I went online. That's not really going to be an option because I am an admin of Bloodsport, but I might try to do I'm going to try and do a Let's Play of just the entire series, starting from the island. Oh, there's a Diplodocus. Or Diplocus. I don't know. Diplococcus, maybe? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into some flight mode here. So we already saw the platypus. There's a thing. I didn't play Gen 2, so I really don't know what these... Oh my gosh.
Sims in the Genesis file base that interface with the shipboard functions. They're the perfect way to sneak you into the mainframe, so you can retake control of this ship.
Okay, well, thank you, Helena. Like I said, I didn't have Genesis 2, so Helena's scaring the shit out of me right now. Like, she just pops in front of me, I'm just like, oh god. Okay, so these are just regular stegos. There were what were those called? R equus? I guess that's kind of like a... back on Genesis, I know there was like the X dinos, so I guess this is like that. And again, I didn't play Genesis, so I really don't know what to expect on this map. Okay, there's another river. Looks like there's some silica pearls here, and this is all just in the opening area. Like, there's very few... I have yet to see even a single angry animal here. There's a... What is that? There's a Dimetrodon. They're usually pretty friendly. I mean, unless you touch them. But... Alright, let's check this thing out. I wanted to check it out. Looks kind of poorly rendered.
This is a Terran Federation starship, and it's been searching for a habitable world for generations. Just imagine how much effort it must have taken to gather all of this up and shoot it off into space.
Well, I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. Can you build on this? Let's find out. I'm just going to go ahead and take things like this. You can build on it. Well, I can see people abusing the crap out of this for PvP. I mean, admittedly, I have no clip on, but... I mean, I imagine you could fairly easily build on this. At least on the top part here, you could probably put triangle foundations around it. Make a tower. Yeah, can see that getting abused. Huh. Alright, let's go into the ocean. Oh my. Oh, that goes deep. That's spooky. I don't like that. Let's explore more of the ship before we go down there. What do you say? Oh my, what is that? What is that? A textrator? I saw these in the advertisements. What is that? Is there just like regular... Shut up! Get away from me. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to put some into oxygen for later. Get away from me. Okay. Oh, it has its own unique sounds, huh? I wonder how one would tame those. I'm trying not to do any... Looks like a really big giraffe deer. That's cool. I wonder if there's just like... Okay. Use Mutagol and last slot to initiate hacking. Oh, you have to hack it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, that's different. It's kind of like passive-ish, I guess. That's still cool. That's awesome. I love it. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I know right now I'm just kind of wildly exploring the map. Like I said, never played it before. Trying to give you guys an early look at it. I'm sure there's lots of other people doing it too. In fact, I'd be surprised if this video even gets that many views because there's going to be some serious oversaturation of this map. Like everybody, and people like Syntac and Nublitz and all of them are probably gonna far outclass my little video here. But if you are watching, I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving my video a shot instead of just going to the usual big guys. Anyway, though, there's another textrator. Yeah. Oh, this one's got different ears. Oh, that's cool. So they look different. Each one looks different. Anyway, though, guys, before I went on that tangent about my video probably not getting any views, I was going to say I'm going to be doing a video of me exploring... Well, I mean, of me spawning in the animals and, giving them some reviews. I'm going to have to be careful with that, though. I made a video a long time ago on my old channel. Oh, there's an alpha raptor. Right after Aberration came out, though. And I got a lot of hate because when I released it, it was like 5 minutes. Oh, there's Direwolves. It was like 5 minutes after the game had released. Oh, so this is like a different biome. Oh, there's a snow owl. Oh, wow. They got it all here. Look at that. Hello. Oh, an R snow owl? Okay. Again, guys, I'm sorry. I keep going off on these tangents. As I was going to say... I made a video a long time ago on aberration animals, which ones I thought were worth going to aberration taming and taking back. But the animals weren't complete yet. So a lot of people got mad because they thought I was giving a poor review, but they failed to understand this was like 5 minutes after the game had released and most of the stuff wasn't working. Like the basilisk, which it can now, couldn't even go underground. You could make it go underground, but like you couldn't ride it underground or anything yet. So it was still... the game was like the animals weren't complete, which is just wildcard fashion. That's just how it works. And so my video started getting a lot more views, and it got views into like the first month, and then after the first month, people started bitching and moaning, saying, "Oh well, you didn't do this or this or this," and I was just like, "Okay, but when I made the video, this wasn't working." So if you decide to stick around and watch the video that will come out, I'm probably going to make a part 1 and then a part 2 if I notice any changes in the animals. So just keep that in mind. There's a little disclaimer for when I make a animal review video for this. Alright, let's keep moving around. Doesn't look like I'm glad that at least on this map, which was not true of Extinction, I don't know how true it was of Genesis Part 1, but I am seeing quite a few of the Genesis Part 2 animals, like at least the Mewings and these Striders here. I'm seeing quite a few of them around. So I'm happy to see that. They're not stupid rare. Like, on Extinction, it was really hard to get at least a decent level or barely even see things like Managarmers and Snow Owls. The Gotchas were pretty popular, and the Volanosaurs were pretty easy to find. But, like, Snow Owls and Managarmers were just really hard to find. And, stuff. Okay, there's another one of those things. I'm going to avoid that because I don't want Helena talking to me right now while I'm trying to just explore around. This all kind of looks... this kind of just looks the same. Typical wild card there. Bronto butt sticking out of the thing there. Jeez, this place is massive. My God. And I know that on Genesis you had to like transfer different parts. I really don't know how to do that. I don't know if that's the case here on this map. So, like I said, you guys are kind of seeing this as I'm seeing this. So, there's those mewing things back there. Okay, let's see. Can you come up here? Yeah, you can come up here. Can you build up here? You can build up here. Again, I can see this getting abused. Can you build up here? Can you come all the way up here and build? I wonder. You cannot. Well, let's see if you put cliff platforms. That is totally what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to my crafting at all. Go ahead and break out some cliff platforms here. You cannot put them here. It's saying you can't put it on the floor. Put them up here. Oh, you can put them here. Can you build on top of this? You can build on top of these. So yeah, these will definitely be... These are definitely going to be some alpha spots up here. I can already tell you that. These are going to be some alpha spots for some alpha boys. How about up here? Yep. Yep, these are going to be some alpha spots. I can already see massive fortresses being built on these with just turrets sticking out and going down, just looking at everybody. Yeah. See these entire walls getting taken over by mega tribes. Unlike Genesis and Extinction, I can actually see megas building on these servers. Oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, that's a really deep fall. You wouldn't want to go down there. Okay. Is this... Okay. I don't know if this is artificially lit or not. Like Extinction, it never turns night. So I don't know if this is going to be this way and if I'm going to have to put on... See, there's another one of those platypus things. It's kind of cool. I like that there's a lot of them because they're adorable and I love them, and I can already tell I'm going to have an army of them when time comes. There's some PTs. So I think you can fly. I think you're actually going to be able to fly on this one, because I know you couldn't in some places on Gen 2. There's another one of those tech striders. There's plenty of those around. Let me see here. Okay, so there's just all this down here. I'm going to save this. Okay, so it looks like we actually have our first transition over here. Golly, there's a lot of stuff that way. I'm wondering... Yeah, let's go ahead and transfer over here. It looks like we're stepping off into some desert here. Maybe some Scorched Earth style? Maybe? No, maybe not. Let me hold up my map here, see how much I've explored. Oh, it's just automatically full. Okay, never mind. Okay. So this is all looking pretty similar. Alright guys, I know I said I was trying not to fly too much, but especially in areas like these, this is all kind of meh. Like, it's just kind of stuff that we've already seen. Like, it looks a little different, but it's relatively similar. Like, it doesn't look like there's anything special here, so I'm kind of trying to... Oh, wow, this place has regular drops, so that's good. This will have, like, regular drops. I know Genesis Part 1 and Extinction didn't... Oh, nope, never mind. It's an orbital supply drop. Oh, no, it's a supply crate. I imagine this will be the same as that, but let's just go check it out here. Oh, no. No, okay, so it just acts like a regular drop, and it drops things like sulfur, gas pods. Okay, so... And mind you, this is not the Bloodsport cluster. This is my private world where I haven't actually changed anything. So... That's actually going to be what you would find on official. So, yeah, so yeah, I guess this is the kind of stuff you're going to find in here. Things like sulfur, some gas pods. Looks like you can build the usual, like, cryo fridges and stuff here. So that's good. Can you transfer out of it? No, you cannot transfer out of these. So that's something to keep in mind. You're not going to be able to transfer out of it. Oh, what is that? That's an R thylacoleo? My goodness. Wow. Does that thing look different? Get rid of these stegos so that way they don't kill it. My goodness. That thing... Okay, well... Alright, now that I'm getting a closer look at it, I guess it doesn't really look that different. I thought I saw, like, veins on the side of its face, but it looks like it's just a color difference. That's pretty average. It's pretty par for the course. What is that? Is that another one of those R? Okay, you... I saved your life, but now I'm going to kill you. Are those some more of those R owls, I think? No, there's another one right there. Yeah, those are just some more R snow owls that aren't even in the snow. So that's nice. Pardon me. Alright. Looks like we're just seeing some more of the usual text writers. As I was saying before, the thylacoleo, caught my interest. Some regular RGs. I'm gonna try and kind of move a little faster. There's Quetzal. Through these areas because it's really not showing anything different or special. Looks like we got some more Diplococcus, some castroids, some more regular animals, some argent scabies. So I don't know how to turn on my little marker, so I apologize. I can't really show you where I am right now. I know I'm kind of showing you, but I definitely encourage you to I'm just kind of giving you like a Reader's Digest version of this map right now, so that way you can decide whether or not you want to buy it yourself. As for Genesis Part 1, I kind of got a Reader's Digest, and I definitely didn't want to buy it. I mean, I have it now, obviously, because you have to buy the Season Pass, so you're kind of stuck with it, but... This one looks like a miles and upon miles improvement from Genesis Part 1. I watched a lot of Let's Plays and live streams of Genesis Part 1, and I was honestly just not into it. But this one looks like it's miles upon miles above that. So I applaud them for this. This looks... My goodness, this map is huge. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness, I'm just flying super fast speed. I'm still like... Still looks like there's still so much. My goodness. Holy cow. Alright. Okay, so there's some of those water spots we saw in Extinction. There's a dire bear. Those are always nice. Love dire bears. Some dimorphodons. Okay. Ow. There's another Quetzal. There's another one of those supply drops. I've only seen yellow, so I wonder if they only come in yellow. I'll have to try that later. I'll have to take a peek around. Okay, so it looks like we've reached an end wall. I wonder if... Okay. I'm just going to quickly go around here. I'm just going to briefly take some more peeks, see if there's anything else. I love this landscape. In real life, this is like some of my favorite types of landscapes, these mountainous areas, and this just looks beautiful. Looks like we got some aloes over here. They're attacking a poor reindeer. Oh, look at this. We have a thing. And for once, Helena's not going to pop in my face and tell me what it is. Okay. Can you build on it? Yes, you can. Again, another alpha plateau. I already see it happening. People building on this thing. They're build big old giant fat castle on it. Turrets. So, that'll be fun. Okay. But it looks like... Yeah. Yeah, here we are. This is the barrier. So this is the end. So it doesn't keep going past this, but as we already discovered, you can build on some parts of this. So again, if you're looking to build an alpha base, this might be the place to do it. Now, looks like we have some kind of weird exhaust. Looks like we got some more owls down here doing owly stuff, and another one of those fancy thylacoleos, which at first glance I totally thought was a different animal. I haven't seen any of the shadow manes though, so I guess they're going to be in a different area, probably an area that's a little darker given the name Shadow Mane. So, alright, I'm gonna quickly fly back, just kind of giving again a Reader's Digest version of all of this. Doesn't look like there's anything too spectacular here. I'm noticing an amazingly few amount of Rexes and just no carnivores really. Like obviously I've seen a few carnivores like Thylacoleos, Direwolves, and I think we saw a Spino back there just a brief moment ago. But I'm seeing very few. There's some, what are those? Yeah, those are some more Direwolves. Oh, so there are Direwolves. Like not ARE, but R. Okay, so these look a little different. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I like the way those look. Okay. Looks like I just saw a shadow. Looks like we may have another Quetzal above us. I'm honestly surprised they're allowing flyers on this because, you know, you couldn't even have flyers on Genesis and Aberration. They kind of shied away from flyers because people were complaining about them and how OP flyers were. But that does remind me, there's another flyer around somewhere, another special type of flyer we got to keep our eye out for. Okay, we've already seen all of this. I'm going to fly to this back wall here real quick. Just see if there's anything new, anything interesting back here. I'm going to check the time in the game. It's 17. I'm keeping an eye on that because I want to know if it starts to get dark in this version, in this one. I don't know if it did on Genesis. Like I said, never played Genesis. Actually, you know what? Yes, I do. It did get dark on Genesis. Okay. So again, looks like it's just the same as it was on the other side. Gotta wait for it to render in real quick. Apologize for that. It's no doubt hard on PlayStation. Looks like we have some more owls, some mammoths that are stuck in the side of the thing there. All right, let's see here. Okay, yeah, you can build on this. Let's see how high up you can build. Okay, we know you can probably build on that. Okay, you can't build on this though. What about a cliff platform? Can't build a cliff platform there either. Okay, so how about these? Just gonna check this out real quick. You can, in fact, build on that. Okay. Looks like we have something else down here. I'm gonna go give this a quick peek. It's actually interesting architecture. You know, I'm honestly, I'm kind of got mixed feelings on Genesis 2. A lot of people say they don't like the idea of Ark having like a real story, but I am actually really interested because I want to know, like, why dinosaurs? Like, it's obvious humanity created these machines and whatever to, okay, so you can build up here too, you know, save themselves. But then that brings up the question, why did they bring dinosaurs back to life, or, you know, kind of somewhat dinosaurs and stuff, Why did they do that, and why not, why are there like average animals, like, dogs and cats and, stuff like that? Like, why did they bring back prehistoric animals instead of, I'm gonna go in the water. There's nothing here. Of course there's not. Anyway, why did they bring back those kinds of animals instead of prehistoric ones? So I'm actually kind of curious to see that. Doubt we'll get an answer, because why would a question that I have be answered? But still. If I could jump and fly, that'd be great. Okay. So this is all kind of stuff. It's pretty basic. All stuff we've already seen. So it looks like we have a little tube here that may lead to another side. Oh, okay, so there's actually, okay. So let's see what's in here. Starting to get spooky already. I don't like it. Okay, what's this? Oh,
this looks like a journal entry from the shipboard database. Huh. Could be an interesting read.
Shut up. I already know. Golly, you're annoying. No wonder people don't keep you around. Okay. Well, let's keep going. I'm noticing these little particles. This sometimes indicates things like glow from like glow pets and stuff. So I'm wondering, is this the end of the tunnel? No. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna keep going down, I guess. Can you build in here? You can build in here, so people might be building bases in here for sure and for certain. Oh, wow. Oh, there's one of those things I saw in the advertisement. What is it? What is that called? A wyvern? What is that? A voldworm? Looks like it's got the same stuff as a... No. Don't make me do this, voldworm. Please don't. Okay, well, aren't I just so American? See a brand new animal, my first objective, shoot it in the face. Isn't that great? Okay, so it's called a voldworm. It looks like it kind of has the same mechanics as a wyvern. Looks like it's only tech, though, or at least as far as I can see. Was that voldworm? Or was it voidworm? Voldworm. Okay. Wow. That's pretty. Kind of like the asteroids and junk and jazz.
I'm going to assume they ran out of time to pick a destination before launching this ship. We seem to be jumping from star system to star system across the galaxy, probably scanning for habitable worlds.
Yeah, well, there's like a 1 in quintillion chance of finding another habitable world, so I have my doubts. Oh, you could come in here? Oh, what are those? Astrodiphalus? Astrodiphalus? Let's go find out if they're angry or not. Oh. Oh my. Okay, so... Looks like you kind of swim through this. It's kind of like space. So I guess this is space. So it looks like you come in here. Oh my god! They're adorable! What? What are you doing? Where are you going, little guy? I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild-haired guess that these are supposed to be like dolphins and they're untamable. This is like telling me about it, but like it's saying it's wild even though I'm petting it. But it's not giving me any like tame meter or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a wild-haired guess that you actually probably can't tame these. But my goodness, they're adorable. I love them. So, great, I can't fly, and I'm moving at the blinding speed of a snail. That's lovely. That's what I wanted. But, so, honestly, I thought it was going to come up. I was just waiting to see if it would bite me. But then it didn't. They're just kind of... Wait, are they aggressive? Okay, it's playing some aggression music. Is it aggressive? Did they bite you? I really don't want to go out of GCM and then die and find out. Okay. Put element in last slot to feed. Okay, well I can do that. Hold on, guys. Let me put that in real quick. Alright, let's find out. What is it doing? What's going on? The heck? Oh my gosh, what are they doing? Are they biting me? Yeah, they're fighting me. Okay, what is y'all's issue? Get away from me. I thought we were friends. Okay. Okay, so you pet it. So maybe it's like a two-tiered tame deal. I don't know. I'll have to look more into this, but I don't have time in this video to spend too much on these guys. What's this? Nothing. Okay. You build on this. You can build on this. Again, I can definitely see people... Unfortunately, I know Ark altogether too well, and I can definitely see people blocking off these, you know. Okay, so it does look like it's getting nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the time to day. Anyway, though, I can definitely see people blocking those off for their own purposes. So that'll be not fun. I'm going to have to talk to the owner of Bloodsport about telling people not to do that. But okay. Looks like these asteroids are just... Okay, let's go check them out. Let's go check them out real quick. Okay, there's another one of those Vold things. Those worms. Is that a Seeker? I think that's a Seeker. Look at that. Yeah, that's a Seeker. And you can, in fact, build on these. Okay. Alright, so how do you tame it? Let's go take a look at it real quick. What does it say? Hold on. Okay, I gotta turn on fly because my thing isn't working. Take a closer look at these guys. Okay. They're not going to hold still long enough for me to find out. Let's real quick see if you can build up here. You can. So, I don't know if there's going to be like oxygen deprivation in here or anything like that. So that'll be something to pay attention to. I also found it interesting that the space whales, dolphin things could come in here. There's another Seeker right there. There's some Seekers. Those things are annoying. So, okay, but this might be stepping off into a new aberrant area. It's loading. It's taking its time. It's a big map. So, might be some new kind of loading system that they have going on here. Oh golly, it's bright. Holy cow. Okay, let's see what we got in here. I'm gonna go ahead and go out of flight mode now. Run on foot. See what we got. Still having to render a little bit. Okay. So this is a little bit of like the... I'm sorry, I can't help but compare it to the infestation from Warframe. It looks like the infestation. You can't lie. I mean, if you play Warframe, it does look like the infestation planet. Okay? No, don't lie to me. You know you notice the similarities. Um, but let's keep going. Let's run through here, see what we got. Not, ooh, looks creepy. Seriously, this looks so similar to Warframe. I'm expecting Excalibur to just jump from the sky and just start slaying things. Well, I would say that, but I'm not seeing anything. This is interesting. I'm not seeing any thing here. Apologize, I had to shut off my mic. I was coughing a little bit. Let me see here. What's that here? Nothing? Okay, I feel like this is just going to give us a big unveiling of a huge map, and it is. That's cool. Oh my gosh, this place is pretty too. It's got a sky too. Okay. Okay. There's a joke bug. Okay. Let's go back on foot here. See what we see. Oh, I see a dinosaur. There. There's a Velonosaur, an R Velonosaur. Okay. Okay. There's a Pachyrhinosaurus. Looks like some PTs. So you can fly in this area as well. Or at least I would assume, given the fact that there are PTs. Okay. Oh wow, look at this place. I'm probably going to cut this place a little bit more short though, because we kind of viewed the first area and it was all kind of similar. So I don't imagine they would do anything different to this side. I imagine it'll all look relatively similar here. What's this? That thing looks kind of goofy. I saw something on the advertisements. If you saw the trailer, the main trailer, oh, there's some water. Anyway, if you saw the trailer there, you may have seen these plants that came out and grabbed somebody. So that looks like they may have something like that here. I expected this to be more of an aberrant area, but it looks like it's more supposed to be like a scorched earth area, just with funny looking plants. So we might have to go down into the depths to find aberrant styled things. But I'm wondering if the shadow mains are here. So let's keep an eye out for some shadow mains. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know what it is. I don't like it when plants undulate like that. It's just ugh. That was tappy. I was kind of wondering what that was. Yeah, see, I was about to say, I didn't see a whole lot of scorched earth animals on the other side, but yeah, there looks like there's some, it's like direwolves, or no, there's some saber kitties, some raptors, and there's a thorny dragon. So, yeah, there's definitely some stuff here. An Argentavis. Let's keep going. What is that? It's kind of cool. Looks like a big old snack. Let's keep going. Around. If you see a shadow main, from the trailer, it looked like the shadow mains, you could really only see them by their paw prints. So keep an eye out for some paw prints. What is that? What are those? Oh, there's some Ravagers. Okay, so there are some Ravagers in here. So it looks like there may be some aberrant things in this area. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Aberrant animals. Oh, there they are. There's some shadow mains. Female, male. Now, supposedly the female and the male shadow mains are supposed to do different things. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's cool. They got a whole den. It's like a den. And they got a pack buff too. They're like lions. Look at that. Oh, that's all kinds of cool. Oh, that's a neat feature. They got like a den in here. Let's go up and say hi. Let's go see what it takes. Yeah, I know. Blah, blah, blah. I'm in God mode, so you can't hurt me. It is not sleeping. So I assume in order to tame them, it has something to do with sleeping. Alright, well, for now, I'm going to go ahead and... What is holding on to me? Was one of them on top of me? Did they seriously grab onto me as I flew upwards? Okay. Anyway, like I said, tame video coming up. We'll look more into how to tame these things right now. Oh, there's some aloes. Those things are angry. There's a Calicatherium. Get away from me, Alice. You're my friend. What is that? A poison tree. Well, I think we all know to avoid those things. Dude, shut up. I'm not even gonna hurt you. Okay, so we saw the shadow mains. That was good. So they're gonna have dens. That they may not even be roaming around. You may have to just come to their dens. Looked like there was like maybe up under here and it was just laying down. So you may have to come to areas like that. I don't know. Let's continue. I hadn't seen anything else about any of the other animals. We may have found them all the new animals, between the Tech Strider and the Shadow Man and everything. Oh, there's some Paratheriums, or penis horses, as they are so called among the art community. Keep flying around. There's some aloes. I think we've already determined you can build on that, so I'm not even going to try here, because I already know you probably can. So we come to this little dip here where there's some water. Okay, I thought at first that may have been a different animal, but it's just a stego. Let's hop in the water here, see what's... There's some trilobites and some lampreys and some angry piranhas. Always good to see the angry piranhas. Get away, piranhas. Nobody like you. Literally ain't nobody like you. Some Paracatheriums. What is this? Ugh. Oh, what? Damn Caprasuchus, go away. Oh, there's one of those plants. Look at that. What are you called? Carnivorous plant. That's all you're called. Okay, shut up, Capra. About to fucking get red gunned. Get out of here. Get! I said get! Okay. And here we are, yet another yellow drop. I'm wondering if that's all that spawns, is just yellow drops. Okay, this one has tech pillars. Okay, then. Okay, it looks like it has a wide variety of things that you can... Y'all hear that music? It sounds kind of like Dracula music or something like that. Kind of cool, kind of weird. Can't lie to you. Little mixed feeling on that. Okay. I have no idea how long this recording is. I've just realized that. I've just been recording this whole time. This has got to be at least like 30 minutes so far. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and take a wild-haired guess and assume this is all the same stuff. So if this is another tunnel going to a different area, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say, if this is another tunnel going to a different area, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Oh, look at that. This is a different kind of Diplo. It's called an... Oh, no, it's another kind of Bronto. It's called an R Brontosaurus. Okay. So this, I guess this is the new kind of variant where we had X Raptor, or sorry, X Allos and X Rexes on Genesis Part 1. Looks like we got like R animals here. Uh, so, kind of cool. Kind of cool. I like that idea. You know, to give us some slightly different variants. Kind of like how Aberration did the aberrant versions of animals. Again, though, I am interestingly seeing no large carnivores. No things like Rexes and other junk and jazz. I saw one Spino, and I've seen some Allos. But that's it so far. The rest has been Direwolves, Shadowmanes, Saber Kitties. Oh, there's another Spino right there. But pretty rare, these Spinos, even. And I think the biggest, most consistent animal we've seen is Allos. In fact, I would go as far as to say the Allos are even outnumbering the Carnos, at least so far, from what I've seen. Seen lots of Direwolves, though. Direwolves are always good if you're a small or solo tribe. Direwolves will be your best friend. I'm not kidding you. Like, if you're a solo or a small, definitely tame yourself some Direwolves. Those things will be your best friend. I've actually defended my base one time with 3 Direwolves when the guys pulled up to my base with a Rex. They're really good. They are really actually really good. My wolves weren't in good shape after fighting that Rex, but they held their own. With that pack buff, man, it's dangerous. But I'm getting off topic. So we got some more Calicotheres over here. I think we've pretty much seen all that this area has to offer. At this point, I'm just looking for a way, because, you know, back on the other side, we saw a way down. So, but doesn't look like there's anything over here. There's not. So, oh, look at that. A Bloodstalker. You know, that is actually something interesting. I just realized I hadn't really seen anything from Genesis 1 so far. So that is actually really interesting. That's the first Genesis 1 animal that I've seen so far. The Bloodstalker. So glad I didn't stop my recording a couple of seconds ago like I was thinking about doing. Alright, but we are at the edge of the map here. So I doubt we're going to see anything too spectacular. Again, just a Reader's Digest version. There's a R Quetzal. So it's interesting that on this side there's some animals that are R that aren't on the other side. Like the R Bronto and the R Quetzals here. They weren't on the other side. They were just regular Brontos and regular Quetzals. So that's actually really interesting, unless I just wasn't paying attention and didn't notice it. But I'm pretty sure they were just regular. So it's actually interesting that even on this very same map, you're not always going to get one and the same kind of animals. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool, can't lie. This has been very interesting so far. I've been far more interested in this DLC than I was in Genesis 1. So, really, really actually happy to see that this has caught my interest as much as it has, because Genesis 1 was just a flop in my opinion. I didn't like it. A lot of people really didn't care for it. It really started to feel like, especially in Genesis 1, oh, there's a Rex. I was just talking about earlier how I didn't see any Rexes, and there's one right there. There's a Tech Rex. Anyway, I was talking about earlier, as y'all know, that I wasn't interested in Genesis 1, and a lot of people were disappointed in Genesis 1, and there's one of the mana garbages. I hate these things. I hate it when people use them. Anyway, there wasn't a lot of interest in Genesis 1. A lot of people were disappointed. And I think it's because they strayed too far from the original formula. What makes Ark Ark? You know, they tried to get too fancy, too technological, too advanced. But this looks like it's got some advancements, you know, like tech advancements and stuff. but it's also keeping very close to the formula. You're stranded on an island, and where are there are things that you can repair. You're in no way obligated to do so. So, yeah, looks like they've come back to their roots a little bit with this here DLC. Um, so I'm happy to see that. Like I said, very excited for this one. Uh, I mean, as y'all can probably tell, there was no um, Genesis Part 1 content on my channel, despite my channel, you know, coming out around the same time as Genesis Part 1. Well, actually a couple months after, but still. So, anyway, there's some more spinage. So it looks like this area will be much harder than the last area we were in. Or dare I say this half, because it looks like, unfortunately I can't show you because my character's not here, but it looks like we're on the left half there. It looks like there's two main areas. There's well, I guess three areas. There's the right side, which was just kind of normal animals, kind of normal texturing, and then there's the left side here, which I'm honestly going to call the infested area. Watch it turn out. I haven't even seen infestation yet. It's going to get worse down in the depths, where we're actually going to head next. So, it looks like I have to go to the other side, though, to get to the depths, unless there's an area here. Yeah, no. I'm going to have to go to the other side. I wonder if this is radiation water. And there's another Caprasuchus coming to make it and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. This will probably need a part 2. Like, there's a lot to unpack here. Oh, wow, look at that. It's even raining. That's all kinds of cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this part 1. I'm going to try to get the part 2 uploaded as soon as humanly possible. So, without further... So, I will see you all at another time and dimension, whenever or wherever that may be. Until then, peace out.